Fala galera, como é que vocês estão? Tudo bem? Aqui é o Cezinha e bora para mais um episódio da nossa série de Genshin Impact. Se você não conhecia o canal, já se inscreve aqui embaixo para não perder os próximos episódios. E lembra, deixa seu like, deixa um comentário, compartilha o canal com alguém para ajudar a gente a estar crescendo, isso significa demais para mim. No último episódio a gente tinha feito o resto do ritual com o Zhongli e percebeu que o Child estava espionando a gente. E agora a gente vai continuar a nossa história. O Zhongli fez a gente se preparar para um jantar, né, digamos assim. Mas antes eu quero mostrar uma coisinha. A gente está gravando na 3.5 e eu queria mostrar algumas coisas. No banner do mochileiro eu tirei um Tignari e a gente tirou a Dérria. A nova personagem do banner 3.5, a gente conseguiu ela. Então bora, vamos ver o que o Zhongli tem para nos falar.
Ah, you're here. There's no need to order. I've already done so. Third round knockout is not for lightweights, like those taverns in Mondstadt. Here, the owner does not take such unorthodox orders as fruit juice. I ordered some wine-fermented sweet rice balls for you, if that counts.
If it is to your liking, dear customers, I shall continue the tale of Lady Ningguang's Jade Chamber.
A Câmara de Jade, importante.
Besides fine wine, the excellent ambiance is the reason why this place is so well loved. But when I say ambiance, I refer to a different sort from the one the Tevat travel guide uses to judge other establishments.
As you all know, high above the land of Valeeeeu lies a pavilion in the clouds, a palace in the mist. What does it mean to have all-seeing eyes? This, my friends, Lady Ningguang's masterwork that bridges earth and sky. Imagine, the weather is clear, and you gaze down from the deck on the world below. Behold, the glorious sights of Valeeeeu Harbor, stretching out far and wide.
Olha quem apareceu. Essa é uma personagem também, daqui a pouco vocês devem conhecer ela.
They say that when Lady Ningguang ponders important affairs, she retreats to her jade chamber with none but her three closest confidants in tow. Why brings she these trusted three to sift through sources, dig through documents, looking for information? Piece by piece, facts and figures paint a picture on the walls of the chamber. But well before the wall is filled, Lady Ningguang's mind is made up. Having made her call, she has every last document shredded, and whoosh, she scatters the shavings out her window. Ah, look at them, how they billow in the wind like a sudden swirling blizzard. As the fragments fall, traces of text flicker before the eyes of the merchants of Valeeeeu, like ink stains in white snow. The saying goes, the rarest treasures in the land are the words brought by the paper snow. For the words of the Tianquan have the power to move mountains, and all throughout the land know it. These are but scraps of paper, and yet
Que cena, hein? Que cena, super bem produzida.
Such is their value. Merely grasping one or two of them will surely gift you a fragment of her wisdom, enough to stay a step or two ahead of your peers.
Tianquan Ningguang. Feels like we're hearing this name a lot. Liyue locals talk about her. The Fatui hate her. She's most likely the one who hid the Exuvia, and we saw her at the Rite of Dissension. Huh. Paimon wonders what sort of person she is.
At last I have found you. You who returned from Jueyun Karst.
Who's there?
Wait, I am not with the Millelith, nor am I here to claim your bounty.
E aí, ela
However,
apareceu.
I am an emissary of the Liyue Chising.
Ela é
My
a
name is
Ganyu.
Ganyu, secretary at the Yuehai Pavilion. Well, in concrete terms, I am the corporate secretary for the Chising. At the moment, I am serving as Lady Ningguang's special emissary.
Ningguang sent you? We were literally just talking about her.
My apologies, you who have returned from Jiayuan Karst. I am duty-bound and cannot extend my courtesy to you in full. But I have with me a letter from Lady Ningguang. She extends a formal invitation to you in her capacity as Tianquan. She invites you to her palace in the sky.
An official invitation?
Lady Ningguang said this. Invite him to come here. I wish to meet him. At the Jade Chamber, together we shall snip every one of these entwining dark threads.
And with that, the emissary who called herself Ganyu just disappeared. But we've received an invitation from the Valeeeeu Faloooow. Paimon still can't believe it. We'll be meeting people that have way more money than Paimon could ever count.
Para de pensar em dinheiro, Paimon, você é capricorniana, porra.
An invitation to visit the Jade Chamber is a rare honor indeed. You'd best be on your way now. But don't forget about the rite of parting. Once you've finished at the Jade Chamber, meet me at Dihua Marsh.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat us like this? No. Wait. Maybe this was Ningguang's plan all along. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a Millilith ambush here to...
Calma, Paimon. A gente nem sabe se a gente tá no lugar certo.
Oh, over there! This is a trick, isn't it? How shameless.
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
Well, here they come.
Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Keqing, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong ballista.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the Jade Chamber?
E essa é outra personagem também, né? A Keqing.
Look for the Valeeeeu Faloooow. Who are you?
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Valeeeeu Faloooow.
Oh,
Calma, Paimon.
I'm Keqing, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
The Guizhong ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair. And yet, it was fixed in a single night. These Millilith are just here
Loucura,
to
né?
guard the scene.
Conheço
Not
cara
to
que fez
arrest
isso.
So, Lady Yuheng, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited us to go to the Jade?
Just call me Keqing. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Valeeeeu as well.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Ih, olha a gente no meio de uma
You are
treta
mortals,
federal
and
aí,
thus
viu?
under their
Vai dar merda, 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 vai.
She would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Valeeeeu Faloooow don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Valeeeeu?
Another super bold statement.
Então, pelo que eu entendi,
Stop
parece que
here.
os
Honestly,
Keqing,
I hadn't intended to say so much.
Keqing lá,
You're a good listener,
eles
traveler.
querem mostrar para os adeptos que eles são capazes de governar assim mesmos, né? Sem precisar da proteção divina, é isso?
Ningguang's schedule is packed to the gills all the way till next year. The cream of Valeeeu's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each brings rich gifts as they visit, all to curry a little favor with Ningguang.
Favor? But, wait, that's right. Greeting gifts are a staple of Valeeeu's culture. We need to get one. Not to curry favor or anything, just to...
Alright,
Né, Paimon?
alright. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion. Well then. May we meet again, traveler.
Should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night. Sugar frosted slime. Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect. Why don't we go with that for a gift? With a certain boom shakalaka, of course.
Que fofa. Boom shakalaka. Finalmente chegando aqui no guia. Boyum.
According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Ah, é tipo código
Yes.
secreto?
How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
It's Ningguang. Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room.
Nossa, é muito bonito, né?
Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations.
Tá, esse também, né?
Not many from
Tá
outside
indo
Liyue earn the right
pouquinho
to
demais.
ascend the
Segura
Jade
só um
Chamber.
pouco.
But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you.
Ah, ela
As
falou com a
such, I
Jean,
have
então.
been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait, was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings. I believe that you've heard of the Archon War.
Não
Many
tenho
gods
certeza.
used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
Eu tava pensando a mesma coisa.
What do you think, traveler?
Os Fatui?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered. The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong.
Eu entendi, vocês entenderam,
Our
né?
preparations to receive guests within are complete. So please, this way. Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first.
2000 anos depois.
Anyway, we'll see if you're on this. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good thing.
Olha, monte de selo de permissão.
Talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper too. Paimon's seen this pattern before. But where? Oh, Paimon knows! It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the sigil of permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers. Maybe the Fatui are copying the
Nossa,
sigil
então
of
será que eles
permission
estão...
in hopes of achieving a similar effect. Being able to channel divine
Caracas.
power.
Caracas. Porra!
Rapaz, você não sabe da última.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Esse lado meio interesseiro da Paimon me irrita um pouco, eu vou ser bem sincero.
Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly
Então eu acho que é
discerning her
importante,
true
né? Porque aí traz um
intentions.
equilíbrio e tal.
Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Eugene Terrace have some?
We must grind up the wild, but I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them. Singing to the flowers will make them more fragrant.
Jigaliripaf, jigalipaf.
Mais ou menos.
Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks.
What happened? The city
Ah, eles
gate
mandam a
is
gente falar
swarming with Miller.
com...
The Fatui?
O que tá acontecendo?
Ah, you're the
Não
consultant to
lembrava
Wangsheng
disso.
Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
Putz, será que vai começar uma guerra?
You intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently...
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Mas é isso, galera. O episódio de hoje vai ficando por aqui. No próximo episódio a gente vai lá na Casa Dourada e vê finalmente o que o Charge estava aprontando. Se você assistiu até aqui, muito obrigado. Eu sou grato de coração. Não esquece, se inscreve aqui embaixo, deixe seu comentário, deixe seu like e compartilhe o canal pra gente estar crescendo sempre mais. Muito obrigado sempre e até a próxima. Valeeeuu Faloooow!